Welcome back. Let's recap our breaking news on the strikes in Gaza. Israeli warplanes struck Hamas-controlled police compounds across the Gaza Strip, killing dozens of people. Some reports say as many as 145. Israel has warned this attack is just the beginning. One person was killed in southern Israel in return rocket fire from Gaza. Well, our correspondent Ayman Mohideen has been covering events for us there and joins us now. Ayman, when we spoke to you earlier, there were more Israeli airstrikes happening. Bring us up to date with what the latest is there.
Well, Lauren, we can still hear the sirens behind us. There's been no airstrikes in just the last few seconds. There have been some political developments, though, we should bring you up to speed on. Primarily, a senior Hamas source has just told Al Jazeera that in about an hour's time, they will hold a press conference in Gaza to respond to the latest Israeli airstrike. They will also perhaps clarify their position on what we can expect and the movement, giving us perhaps an update on the results of today's Israeli airstrike. We're also hearing for the first time from various Palestinian political factions and their military wings calling today's airstrike a declaration of war, saying Israel has now opened the door for revenge on itself with these airstrikes. So in the past few minutes, just getting initial reactions from the various military wings, we've also seen for ourselves firsthand rockets being fired from Gaza into southern Israel. But more importantly, we have been seeing firsthand the devastation of the Israeli airstrikes that have been happening all throughout the northern part of Gaza and the southern part. Medical officials, as you mentioned, now put the death toll at about 145. That is certainly going to perhaps increase in the coming hours as the situation calms down and people are able to reach the various sites of where these targets happen. Over the past several weeks, though, health officials in Gaza and international organizations focusing on the medical sector have said that the health industry here, or the health services sector in Gaza, was really at the brink because they had reached all kinds of zero level in terms of critical life-saving medicines and surgical kits. The medical services here have really been pushed to the brink in the past 8 weeks or so because of a tightening of a year-and-a-half long siege that has been imposed by Israel on the Gaza Strip. Now, with today's sudden burst and rush of medical attention and services, those medicines are most likely going to deplete. We understand from Egyptian officials that they are asking all emergency medical cases that need to be evacuated from Gaza to make their way to the border between Gaza and Egypt. We understand also that Egypt will open the Rafah border crossing to allow for those victims to come into Egypt to be treated. But certainly the health industry here, or the health sector in Gaza, will clearly be pushed to the brink even further with today's airstrikes and the number of casualties and killed.
Ayman, thank you very much indeed for that update. And as you were talking, Ayman was talking there about the humanitarian situation. Egypt has opened the Rafah border crossing and tens of ambulances have been going through. Let's join Amr Al-Kaki on the line from Cairo. So an effort on the Egyptian side to help with the humanitarian, with the consequences of these airstrikes and the hospital side of it. Amr?
Yes, actually, the Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak ordered the opening of the crossing point to receive all those who are injured in these airstrikes and in this incursion to be treated. He ordered the evacuation of 2 hospitals, one in Rafah, the other is in Sheikh Zayed, which is 30 kilometers to the west of Rafah. And no Egyptian case will be in these 2 hospitals. All Palestinians will go in